Hey guys, Todd here with Agape Pastoral Services. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch this month's Book of the Month review. The book that I will be reviewing, you see the cover in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, is called Fully Connected Marriage. And I know I might sound like an AGT judge in America's Got Talent. I don't know if you guys watch that show or not, but it seems like with every episode, every judge is like, oh my gosh, this is the best act ever. Oh my gosh, this is the best act ever. You have a real shot at winning. You have a real shot at winning. And I know I sound like that because if you've watched any of my previous book reviews, you know that I say it's the best book ever, or it was a fantastic book. Well, I think this book really, truthfully, has kind of risen to number one or a very close number two. This is definitely a book that you want to pick up. And this book is authored by Elevate Hymn Ministries, Megan Lacefield and Mark Owings. Unfortunately, you cannot buy the hardcover book at Amazon. You can get the electronic version at Amazon, but I think you might prefer the paperback, the paper copy of it, because at the end of every chapter, there is a section in which you can write answers to questions, because what it's going to ultimately encourage you to do is to connect with your spouse. But before I get into more of those details, let me share the chapter titles with you. It's going to address the topics of love, priority, commitment, communication, conflict, intimacy, celebrate, and legacy. And then I'm going to be popping up in the bottom of the screen here some quotes from the book that might whet your appetite for what you could expect from this book. And as I kind of talk through the rest of it, you're going to just kind of see them randomly popping up here. But I think the biggest thing I like about this book is for people like me who are really not great readers, who have short attention spans and have a hard time focusing, is that this book, number one, is only 137 pages long. And so it's a reasonable size. It's not this big, long, exhaustive read. And the book ultimately is designed to take place over 8 weeks, where you are basically reading 2 sections or 2 very short chapters each week. And in the chapters, I'm thinking that there's maybe 10 or 15 minutes in each chapter to read tops. I mean, seriously, guys, you can get through the reading part of this book. And again, you're just reading 1 section a week. I read you the 8 sections earlier. You can get through each section in 10 or 15 minutes. That's it. And then it has another really cool aspect where at the end of every section or chapter is it has what's called reflect and connect. And the reflect and connect part is designed to personally reflect, right? You're going to personally reflect on what it was that you just read, and you're going to answer the questions. You're going to write the questions down honestly, because what you're going to eventually do here within a few days is you're going to sit down with your spouse at a pre-scheduled, pre-established day and time, and you're going to discuss the questions with each other. That's the connection part. You're reflecting, and then you are connecting with your spouse on whatever it is that you discovered in that particular chapter, and whatever it was that you learned about yourself, whatever it was that you learned and thought about your marriage, all of these types of things you are going to discuss in that reflect portion. And then I think the part that I liked most was the make a move. The make a move section focuses on, all right, now we've got all this new knowledge. We've got this new understanding. Now what do we do? What are we going to do in our marriage proactively to begin lifing out some of these principles that we've just learned in the book? And so it's very practical. If you've worked with me at all, you have heard me say this many times. It's a Watchman Nee quote. The outgrowth of all knowledge is obedience. Everything else is just information. And so I can have all of the head knowledge in the world, but unless I'm lifing it out, unless I'm doing something with it, it's just simply useless information. And so we've got to figure out, what are we going to do to make a move, a proactive move in our marriage? Excuse me. And so with that, it allows you to put your learning into action. And so I think that's about all I've got, guys, to go over with this book today. I would really encourage you to pick up a copy. I will put a link below in the more information section for the electronic version at Amazon, and then for the hard copy version directly from this ministry website. If you could also do me one other favor, if you could like this video, and then if you've not already done so, follow me here on YouTube. I would love it if you would do that. That helps. The more likes and the more follows, the more people will see this message. And I'm here to tell you guys that you can do this. If your marriage is on shaky ground right now, you can fix it. If you bring God into the equation, if you continue to learn and grow personally and relationally, if you need help to get beyond roadblocks, you can meet with somebody like me. There's a link to a discovery call below where we could get together and talk and get your questions answered and see if I would be a fit for you. But anyways, you know the deal, you know the routine. So thank you so much for watching. Take a look below in the more information section for some interesting links that'll help your marriage. God bless you, and take care. Bye-bye.